So here we are, back at Lang Park, start of another season.
Sun shining, preparations are well underway. I think there's a lot of stuff going on around the ground, and it's good to see start to get that wee bit of a buzz after a break. So yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to it. There's been a lot going on. It's been a busy 4 weeks. Just back my holidays myself, boys are just back, and there's been a lot of chat. So we're looking forward to getting everybody together tonight. Looking forward to seeing everybody coming in and start building, start the preparation work. So it's exciting times.
What have you actually got planned for the pre-season programme?
So obviously we're starting tonight, which will give us 6 sessions before we then start moving into some of the pre-season friendlies. So during the first sort of 6 sessions, it's getting guys in, getting bonding, making sure that their bodies are in good condition, and start getting a look at where everybody's at, where we need to get them to going into the pre-season games, and most importantly where do we need to get them for going into the competitive football coming at the start of August. So we've got plenty of time. We're not going to rush it, we're not going to try and destroy boys. Pre-season's always tough, it's going to be, but we need to make sure we get everything prepared and ready in the right way. And it starts tonight. They turn up with the right attitude, the right mentality. New boys just sort of finding their feet a wee bit, and we'll start to see some partnerships build up over the coming weeks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. It'll be good to get the boys together, and perfect night for it. You can't ask for much more for a first session of pre-season. If anything, it's probably a bit too hot, but I think I'll be fine with my sunglasses on, shouting from the side.
Yeah, as you say, you're the gaffer now, so you'll be the one shouting from the sides. You played a bit yourself. What did you like and dislike about pre-season when you were doing it?
Do you know what? Pre-season, you love it or hate it. There's always elements of it that are really enjoyable, and there's other bits where you're rock bottom, you're questioning why you're doing this. I think for me as a player, what I enjoyed the feeling of where you come from the first session and how you feel in the third session, the fifth session, and it's that gradual progression of where you are, where you start out, and ultimately where you end up. And that's what I'll be saying to the boys. It's about making sure that early sessions we try and get ourselves established as a good level of fitness. Then we want to maximise on that. Really work the guys hard to make sure that everything's in. Their fitness, their lungs, their touch, and there'll be plenty of ball work. And we'll not just be running the guys will be on the balls from the very first session. So it's not alien to them, it's there and it's familiar straight away, and we want to get guys really focused because, like I say, there's 6 training sessions before the games. We need to make sure we're prepared so we can get everything out these friendlies, make sure we maximise them, and make sure that everybody sees the importance of them, so that when it comes to the first game of the season, it's an easy selection for us to make sure that we've got the right guys out.
As you mentioned earlier, 3 new faces so far. Jamie Winter, Michael Cruikshank and Stephen McPhee.
Yeah, really excited. I think all 3 of them have been long-term projects to try and get them to the club, and to get them to the club after a highly successful season shows the sort of progression of where we continue to keep wanting to go, keep evolving, keep improving, keep setting new targets, and by bringing these sort of calibres of player in, it's going to offer us an extra edge that we haven't had, and it's going to offer us an extra bit of quality that is going to improve upon what we've got. And for us, it shows the sort of direction we want to continue going. As much as we had such a successful season last year, and GA being one of the big highs, we want to go and retain it. We want to go and have a strong season. It's still Super League football regardless of what's been going on. We want to go and compete at the top end of the table. So these guys are going to allow us to do it, and I think we've probably got space for maybe another 1 or 2 to add to the squad, but we're not in any rush. We need to make sure we have a look at what our guys are about, condition they're in, then we'll make some choices during pre-season to see where we need to add to. But I'm delighted at the moment. We've got 16, 17 players signed. We've got a couple of guys coming in to do some trial with us. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to see guys going to have to work really hard. There's going to be a lot of competition for places, and I would say it's probably up there one of the strongest squads we've had at the club during my time as manager.
Definite improvements on last season's squad, but not being touted amongst the favourites for success next season. Lockheed United and Broughty are the first and second favourite. Yeah,
and do you know what? That suits me. I mean, for me as a manager and manager of this club, we were probably a little bit under the radar last season, just because where our league position was for a little bit at the start of the season, and then as a club when we got players back from injuries. We're improving and still under the radar. We then produce strong performances. I think the last 15 league games we've lost about 1 or 2 of them, and we win the GA Cup. So under the radar suits me. I'm fine with that. I think favourites carries its own level of pressure and responsibility. We don't need that. We just need to concentrate what we're doing tonight, every session in the build-up. And when we come to our first league game of the season, we have Thornton here, we'll be ready and we'll be really geared up to go and be successful. And we'll set our own targets, which we'll keep to ourselves. The squad will know it, the committee, Mark Johnson, General Manager, they'll know it, and that's what we'll be striving for. The bar's been set high, but that's where we believe we can go and achieve, and we've got a group of players that want it, really hungry, and the guys coming into the club have the expectations of what I want. They've bought into them, and I think it's got all the ingredients to be a real good season this year. It's going to be highly competitive. There's a lot of derby matches. There's a lot of new teams in the league, obviously with the restructuring, but it's exciting. It's exciting. They'll have added as well. They'll know what they'll need to do, and everybody will fancy themselves to go and win something this year. So yeah, I think it makes an exciting season for everybody.